I've rocked up to the allotment with some Monty Don inspired attire. Hello friends, and welcome back to Amir's allotment. At this time of year, I really enjoy sorting out my seeds, planning on what I'll be sowing this year, and also sharing them with friends and family. Let me give you a glimpse of my garden at home. This year I'm planning to create a kitchen garden at home. I'm not going to show you all of the garden just yet because it is a work in progress. There's lots of things like ivy, brambles and laurel that I need to clear. But here are some of the plants that I've actually grown myself in my garden at home. Let me show you my banana trees. These are my Musa Basju banana trees, and they're already starting to shoot. As you can see, I did not cover these over winter at all. I just mulched the base, and look at them, they're like yetis. So I just mulched the base, and yeah, I've been lucky that we've had quite a mild and very wet winter, so because of that they've not, I mean, I was thinking if we did get a worse winter that these trunks will just snap off and they just drop off, but then they always shoot again from the base. But yeah, this year I've not had to do that, and they're looking pretty tall and starting to shoot, so that's brilliant. Looks like we're going to get some quite big banana trees this year. And also these are my cannas, which I will cut back as well. I just left them. And here, these that are shooting, which look like grass. It's a really nice crocosmia, and it's a very short and quite a miniature one. I can't remember the name of the variety, but they have like some really nice deep orange flowers, and it just looks stunning. I've also got these cannas, which are a red velvet canna, which is stunning, and that also goes really well with the Musa Basju. And also at the back I have another crocosmia lucifer, which gets really tall, and as a companion to this banana plant they look absolutely amazing together. So I really can't wait to see how these go. So these are in my back garden. Let me show you what else is in my back garden, which you'll be seeing more of this year. My palm trees in my back garden. I am so proud of these. I planted these when they were really small about 6 years ago. They're called Trachycarpus fortunei. Look at that. It's got like almost like a blue shading underneath the actual fans, and these leaves are huge, and it just keeps shooting these amazing leaves, and it is a stunning one, this one. Absolutely one of my favorites. Let me show you another one that's got even more huge leaves than this. So this jungle garden will soon become a kitchen garden as well. Look at the size of some of these huge palm leaves. Amazing. Look at this, it's almost a full circle. That is amazing. This one, this variety has just grown so big over the years, and yeah, they're really hardy palms with stunning fan leaves that keep shooting. And look, so I'll show you, if you look at this, they come out, so they start off as these spears that shoot out from the palm, and then these spears open up into these amazing fans, which is just amazing in no time, and they're great to see. So I need to really tidy this because I can see there's some brambles coming through, but once I've done that, it's going to look spectacular. Just look at that, absolutely spectacular. One of my favorite palms, love it. If you haven't done so already, it's worth thinking about our feathered friends, and this time of year they would appreciate it if you put up a nest box or two. In fact, if you've already got nest boxes up, it's always good in the winter to give them a tidy and put them back up, because birds will have paired off now, so we'll definitely be looking for nesting sites. Some will also look for a second nest as well later on in the year, so if they're not occupied right away, just keep an eye on them. Before you know it, you'll have residents move in, and it's great to get the family involved. This is footage from a few years ago when my son helped me put up the nest boxes, and he really enjoyed it. And that summer we enjoyed watching the birds fledge from the nest boxes. It is bitterly cold this morning, but I've got my gloves on and a nice warm jumper, and so it's not too bad. I'm not complaining because the sun is out and it's dry. Although the ground is wet, but it's dry enough for me to at least do some jobs. So what I'm doing today is prepping these beds behind me, just getting them ready with some nice fresh compost, just topping them up, because this side, as you were aware, was really quite heavily affected by the floods. The fields are still full of water, but that's not going to dampen my spirits. I'm really enjoying being out here in the garden. I broke this edging tool in the summer and I've since replaced it, but rather than create another dibber, I have a lot of those, I decided to use this as a perch for Bob, so I can literally pop it next to me whilst I'm doing some gardening and some digging, and I'm sure Bob can use it as an inspection perch so that he can inspect the ground for some grubs. I'm sure he would appreciate that. Look at this. It won't be long until we can enjoy some piping hot rhubarb crumble and custard. Whilst I have 5 minutes, I thought it'd be nice to sit down and have a little chat with you and talk to you about my plans for my garden at home. This is not a cup of coffee, by the way. Look, it's full of Bob's feed. What am I like, eh? No wonder I'm walking around this morning like a bear with a sore head, because there's no coffee. But anyway, that aside, my plans for my garden at home. I have got a 1930s house with one of those narrow back gardens, and the plan is this year is to clear out some of that garden. I mean, we'll still have a lawn on one area, but on the other side I really want to clear it out. There's a really old shed there that needs taking down. I keep saying that and it's just been there, but it's going to happen this year. And I want to clear some ground, and what would be really ideal would be to have my very own polytunnel. Honestly, the plans that I've got, wow, it would be amazing to have that, because for me that would be a game changer. For a lot of you that follow me on the channel would know that usually I sow most of my seeds at home in my conservatory, and then I bring them over onto the allotment. I have a very small greenhouse here. Don't get me wrong, I do use this greenhouse a lot to its maximum potential, and it's been great, but it's tiny. So it would be really nice to have a really decent sized polytunnel in my garden at home where I can get things started, and yeah, it would be great. It will be an absolute game changer, so I'm really looking forward to that. It'll be a kitchen garden mainly, so will be things like herbs and onions, garlic, and that sort of thing that we need for the kitchen regularly. You can literally just step out and harvest, so that would be really good. So I'm really looking forward to showing you my progress with my garden at home and on the allotment as well. Another idea that I have to share with you is having chickens in our garden at home. We might have a small flock of point of lay hens, and they might join us very soon. I have an enclosure which I already had built right at the bottom of my garden, and I think that will be perfect for the hens. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on that as well. I'll take you on our journey when we go to choose the variety of hens that we'll be going for, and yeah, so that will be another great, that's another plan for this year.